On June 4th, Minimax's official NetEase Music account released the music trailer for the level Axolo-Waltz, and players believed the next version update would be the update of the official level Magic House and the co-bonus level Axolo-Waltz. But until the Magic House version update, the full music for Axolo-Waltz still had no news, and the Magic House update became another solo version. At this moment, players feel like something wrong's going on. Since the music teaser was already released, it means that the level was basically completed and ready for release. But with no news until the update, it could only mean that it was postponed. The last level that was postponed was the famous Polar Night Wandering. Finally, on June 16th, the full version music was released on NetEase Music, with the title of 5 Surprises clearly telling players that this wasn't supposed to be released. But strangely, this music trailer was only released on NetEase Music, while RSP, who always releases full music trailers, didn't post anything. This made some players puzzled and more worried, because so far every level with their music released early had some behind-the-scenes incident. How things go didn't disappoint players. On June 17th, the night after the full music trailer releases, JetNine uploaded the 4th demo of Axolo-Waltz on YouTube, stating that the level's designer had been replaced. And the level's designer Candygirl confirmed the news was true. The decision to replace the designer was made precisely on June 16th, the day the full music was released. Because demo leaks would cause music copyright issues, the music had to be released before the demo went public. Therefore, the officials had no choice but to release the full music, but with the router changed, the level's release date became uncertain. Players could only wait. Most importantly, players had just recovered from the Polar Night incident, and now seeing another router change, it's not hard to wonder what we can get from Minimax again. Regarding the reason for original designer Candygirl's cancellation, officials stated that it was due to overtime delays, failure to reduce level difficulty to given standards, and too low level completion progress disrupting update plans. Also, there were significant route differences during optimizations, making it suspicious that the old Polar Night Wandering drama would happen again. Thus, the designer was ultimately replaced for failing to complete the level within the given time. In the first publicly shown demo, we can see that the entire level's route was extremely chaotic, utilizing various floor tiles like New Year tiles, Westland tiles, rail tiles, wiggling tiles, mecha tiles, Chronos tiles, falling tiles, the sea tiles, along with mechanics like Egypt's hidden paths, faded long flies, dynamic cube stairs, and Westland minecart obstacles. The level's first impression was messy, cluttered, difficult, and had tile clipping issues at certain places. The overused floor tiles appearing in the level also made it difficult to navigate, especially with the excessive rail tracks and Westland minecarts, making this level resemble Cars Cave more than Waltz. After the 4th demo was released, the 3rd demo was subsequently made public. Unlike the 4th demo, the 3rd demo also had reggae bridges, and the collectible mechanism surprisingly became 10 crowns and 10 gems, though we can later tell that the 3rd demo was a box level, but at first glance it indeed looked more like nonsense. Not long after, the 1st demo was also made public, allowing us to see the level's original appearance. From the 1st level, we could also find competition parks, rotating / rising / falling floor tiles, alones, sliding tiles, Halloween nights, portals, and tilting mechanics from VR Fairyland. Moreover, almost no static sections existed throughout the level, making it extremely difficult. The first demo felt simply hard. Too many dynamic tiles made players completely unable to navigate. Many collectible routes were hidden in obscure corners, nearly impossible to find during the first play. Portals and tilting were both ultimate tortures to the gameplay. Though this route is abandoned and we can't verify the gameplay, but it can be told from looking that it would be very pleasing. Such levels with high difficulty and poor visuals have always been unpopular with players. If Candygirl had deleted some unnecessary dynamic tiles after the 1st demo was rejected, made the visuals less chaotic, and reduced the difficulty to 4 stars, replacements might have been avoided. But within 2 months, 4 versions were made, yet none corrected existing problems, ultimately leading to abandonment. After the demos were all made public, many people's attitude toward Axolo-Waltz became identical to their initial reaction toward Polar Night Wandering. Many criticized the official's designer selection system and expressed despair for co-creation's future. Since mid-2024, levels have had frequent incidents. BPR's route plagiarism, Fruity Paradise's UGC leaks, Polar Night Wandering's replacement drama repeatedly disappointed players. Finally, the new Polar Night Wandering made players completely lose confidence in co-creation. Many players hold this view toward Minimax. Despite having many decent Chinese routers, they insist on giving opportunities to foreign creators that often give out rather disappointing routes, wasting so many excellent themes and music. Moreover, the officials revised selection rules after the Polar Night incident disappointed Chinese players even more. After the Polar Night incident, officials abandoned the previous method of selecting from fan-made levels and recommendations. Instead, they now choose from creators who make excellent levels in Minimax's new game Rollercraft. But the problem is, this game has no convenient download methods in mainland China. Mainland players need VPNs to download it from Google Play or non-mainland app stores, causing severe imbalance between Chinese and foreign players. In the game's featured levels section, mainland players only have 3 levels in there. Many mainland players cannot download RC, making decent Chinese routers unable to participate. Thus, co-creation designer slots are mostly occupied by foreign creators. The new Polar Night Wandering designer and the original Axolo-Waltz designer are co-creation designers born under this new rule, each having their own levels in RC's featured section. Some people might find it strange. Why do their RC levels get featured and praised, yet they make such levels in RS? This is precisely the problem with the new selection rules. Being good at RC doesn't mean being good at RS. Compared to RS, RC has higher freedom. Just the free camera angle feature already surpasses RS by miles. Moreover, its editor interface is simpler than RS's, and its abundant special effects, free animation editing, color adjustment options completely outmatch RS. It could be said that in RC with rich imagination and sufficient skills you can create anything. But bringing RC level effects into RS isn't easy. Almost all RC levels' expressiveness relies on camera changes and special effects, while innovation and playability depend on freely editable obstacle animations and unique trigger settings. RS isn't completely lacking these elements, but there are barely any usable options. Thus, though they excel at RC, they simply can't achieve RC effects in RS. Everyone knows how hard it is to build expressiveness in RS. Yet RC's appeal is precisely expressiveness. Judging purely by routes, most RC levels are far not as good as RS's. Despite these problems, officials still use this method to select co-creation designers. The consequence is more foreign designers making the game experience less pleasant. Currently, Minimax seems to serve foreign communities more. Even for Chinese themes like Polar Night Wandering that had incidents with foreign creators, they still choose foreign players to remake it. While co-creation levels should allow any players to participate, it's essential to ensure that selected creators can make levels properly. When officials release praised quality levels, co-creation hasn't produced memorable levels for a long time. Forgetting, scolding, disappointment, and regret have become co-creation's most common topics. I don't know why Minimax insists focusing on foreign communities. Frequent incidents aren't just repeated blows at the community. Minimax itself wastes significant time and resources. I don't want co-creation to turn into a place for constant trial and error and testing boundaries. But if things continue developing this way, co-creation will be completely ruined.